What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with an all new episode of Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion, Season 2, Episode 5, I believe. Let's get into it. So, of course, it's going back to the night before, where it's an argument between Sin, Jonathan, and Erica, because, of course, Sin is irritated. Sin is irritated from the conversation he had with Cisco. Don't want to talk about it. Erica says, "You're not untouchable. Nobody here is untouchable. We can still have a conversation no matter what." Okay, well, let's talk about the fake page then. Here goes Jonathan Cosign. Let's talk about the fake page. Said, ain't nobody talking to you. And they, of course, it just starts from there and then it ends with Rich following John and Cynthia out the door because we really need to leave. I ain't got time for this. So Mimi comes to do a last minute effort into making sure that Jonathan and Sin do not leave, right? So they have a conversation and Sin feel like I do not feel anybody deserves an audience with what happened between me and Cisco. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to tell everybody what's happening. That's what's going on with me, and nobody needs to know about this but me. Okay. And okay, so she understands what you're feeling. She said, okay, you have every right to, yeah, but Erica want to call me out and says, well, talk about it. You're not untouchable. And I don't like that shit. But yet she needs to want to open about what the things she did. Let's talk about that fake page. And since she don't want to talk about the things she done, I'm not going to give her no satisfaction. And I'm not finna be called out for things that I'm not doing. And like, of course, you know what I'm saying? But you have that right. Okay, but what Erica, don't worry about what Erica doing. Okay, that's her. And that's how whatever she's got going on, that shouldn't affect you about where you are in your moment, okay? You need to be aware about how you react. So at the same time, Sin feels like the only person that she can talk to is Mimi. Mimi is the only one that can really listen and hear her because everybody seems to overtalk each other and don't really take the time to listen. And she doesn't want to be in a conversation where she's not going to get respected. Jonathan feels like I am in no place. I have no space, no time to deal with conflict, okay? And that's exactly what happened, and I want to leave. It is hard for me to stay here because, for one, my words that I said is being misconstrued. I'm a double oppression. I'm gay and I'm Latino. So the fact that you are trying to switch you trying to switch my words by saying I am too much of being myself to throw it against me, I can't do that right now. I can't sit here and deal with that. And of course, Jonathan's back in the confessional was saying Erica twisted my words with that one isolated comment and made me seem I'm more than what I am. I'm not this person. I'm not a racist. I am not. No, that's not me. And Mimi said tensions are high. Why don't y'all just rest on it and we'll talk about it in the morning? But of course, Jonathan is so stead firm. I am leaving. I got time for this. I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? And I have too much going on. You know what I'm saying? I've been through too much. I'm 37 years old. I've had to fight for my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say this right now. Jonathan, while I completely understand exactly how you're feeling, I'm just surprised about how dramatic you're taking this. Well, what happened with Zell? Okay. You know what I'm saying? The conversation needed to be had. You had it. What Erica did, of course, Erica butted into your conversation, but she shouldn't have. But you also brought up her situation. So it was like a misunderstanding on both parts. Y'all both spoke on things I shouldn't have spoken on, okay? And at this point, Jonathan, you're just giving me, it's so theatrical of you to just throw in a towel when someone wanted to yell at you. I don't know, but we already know the outcome of all this. Let's keep going. So Safari asked Jules to come to the gym because he wants his advice about how to move forward with his wife. Same thing. Be on the same page. Y'all work together, have an understanding. There's nothing much we can do about that, okay? Mimi actually wanted to know how was everybody. We know last night was crazy. She's on the golf cart with Shekinah, right? And Shekinah is definitely in her mind feeling completely disgusted about what happened the night before with Erica sex charade game that she played, right? So she feels like at the end of the day, I have no idea what's going on between Erica and Safari. Women, they're hot, women, they're cold. And then what was happening with the whole kid situation with Amina, like, girl, like, you try to be yourself, but at the same point in time, you're still a whole married woman out here. So what's going on? Mimi said, well, ain't that what they do? Ain't that what, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what they're comfortable with doing. It shouldn't be no issue, right? I mean, I'm just saying it's a little bit too much and I can't keep up what's going on in her head, you know? So we flash back to Safari in the gym with Jules. So obviously he's never seen Erica in action before. So seeing her kiss Amina, it got him thinking, okay, well, you want to ask Amina if you want to come up to the room with us? And he never thought that she would say no. So he feels like it's a double standard when she can do what she wants to do with another female, but if he was to do it, he'll get called out for not respecting his wife, not realizing how much he lost his family, all that and then some. For me, I guess it's get back, because when Erica filed for divorce, you got petty and you wild out, had your fun, right? I don't know, because we already know you guys are together at this point. But at the same time, it's like y'all both do tit for tat. Y'all both be petty. And maybe, see, Amina, I feel like Erica tends to blur lines when it fits her, because she wants to make sure that she's still looked at as the victim. She's the one that had the kids, said yes to everything. She was the one that was sold the fairy tale, right? So all the bullshit that you caused her, she probably feel like that one moment is not going to solidify everything. And like Erica said in her season, she does not hide when it comes to her sexuality. When she wants something, she goes and get it. I don't know what happened between her and Amina with their friendship, but the fact that Amina and Erica were so willing to kiss, who knows what could have happened. But maybe Erica don't want to mix those lines. Maybe she feel like this is still my friend. I might have kissed her, but I don't want to do nothing else with her because I don't want to ruin that friendship. But like I said, they both do tit for tat for each other. So I guess I'm gonna move on. So yeah, she kind of wants to be nosy and finds out what's going on between Safari and Erica because, like I said, they're hot and they're cold. But today it's all about Reggae Day. Safari is so excited for this event. He gets to talk about his culture. He gets to play some music, eat some food. We're going to have a good time because it's been hell since we got here. It's the next morning. Jonathan woke up. He sobered up. He still thinks about leaving, but he wants to have a final conversation with the people that he loved the most. So it's a table with Yo-Yo, Yo-Yo, Rich, Peter, Booby, and Mimi. So sitting Jonathan sits down. And Peter starts off, okay, yo, what happened between you and Cisco? I already know he was reckless. I already know he said something out of pocket. What's up? So, of course, Sid talks about it. She said, okay, long story short, we do a song, okay? He talks about he might be falling in love with me and he wants to do more. I said, no. He takes the song. And we're like, whoa, okay. And then, of course, it wasn't the time and place to have that conversation. I was not in the mood for that. And then he's all talking about, why you doing this to me? You fronted me in front of Booby. Of course, everybody was like, what the fuck? And Booby, how did I get into this? And they were like, listen. He's like, this is what y'all do? This is what y'all do? He said, no, bro, no. And Booby's like, I just met Sin. I do not know, didn't know they had a history with one another. She never mentioned no boys. So I'm like, what's up? You got an issue? Come talk to me. And that's the issue right there. Rich said, in the 15 years we've known this man, we never know what goes on in this man's head. It's fucking weird. It's weird. Don't know what goes on in this man's brain. So, Jimmy. Then it led to the conversation of Mimi talking to Jonathan. Do you want to have a conversation with Erica about that comment? Jonathan doesn't want anyone to think differently about what happened, the conversation, the statement that he made. They said, bro, we know you. We know you're not racist. Like, don't take that comment from someone who spoke ill will at you at that moment because she was irritated that she got called out. Don't take that and run. We know who you are, okay? And like, I was still stunned on how Erica even said that out of her mouth, because I could have sworn that Erica says she is a Latina or Afro-Latina or Dominican. I don't know. But I never thought her seeing Erica never profess anything that she was black. I've never seen her confess that. Never in life. I never did that. I'm not saying she don't have anything in it. She don't have any, like, connection in it, or she doesn't have any bloodline in it. But it's just so weird that came out of her mouth. It's But again, of course, he said he don't have the space to be here, but he's thankful for the inner circle that said, we know you. We know the real you, okay? You can be yourself. Don't worry about what everybody else says. And of course, Senna said, listen, if Jonathan wants to go, I'm going to go. That's my best friend, you know. And she said, Booby, I'm going to have to hit you with some FaceTime because I'm always there for my friends. I'm always there for them who need me. So everybody gets on the bus. They're heading towards the reggae day. And it's noticeable that Jonathan and Sin are missing. Erica says they were all at the pool crying. But the only person who I owe an apology to is Kimbella. Now it flashes back to the beginning, well, the second season of Love and Hip Hop New York, where Kimbella and Erica had that infamous fight. Was it the rooftop? I'm like, ooh, that's so long ago. Ooh, Kimbella. Ooh, Erica. Oh my God, y'all faces. Y'all faces and y'all bodies. Why did y'all do that to yourselves? Oh my God. I owe her an apology for like 20 years ago. And she said, I'm going to have a full-on conversation, the woman to woman, because I now see the part that I was wrong. So Kimbella, with her stone ass, gets up, walks. She said, I realized that I was fed a lot of information. And instead of me coming at you woman to woman, I instantly just ran. I did all that and never fully had a full understanding. And now that I have a daughter, I can understand where we need to have adult conversations and get the full clarity and understanding of it. So I do apologize for that. Kimbella appreciates it because she also has a daughter. She wouldn't want her daughter seeing her going crazy and wild on TV. And how she can appreciate the growth that Erica is displaying now that she has two children and she has an image and a role to obtain, so that way her daughter and her son don't have to worry about her never taking accountability, never not worrying about can she have a full conversation without getting irate, that vein popping out. Now, as far as for growth, I mean, I would just say at that point, it's been over 10 years. And is this the first time that Erica and Kimbella been in the same room since that day? That is crazy. That's just like how it was with Kimbella and Chrissy. But she apologized. They moved forward. That's all we can. That's all we can agree on. And the fact that Erica eloquated so, she literally eloquated everything so perfectly to explain her part and explain how she felt. She kind of was like, "Good, you apologize to Kim, but why couldn't you do that to Jonathan and Sin?" And I agree. I agree. But I think she wants to still stay in that field or stay in that mindset, stay in that issue with Sin because it'll still keep her talking. It'll still get her to have something else to connect to her. So, Reggae Day, we're excited. We're, how about to say referee? Safari is excited. He talks about the meaning of the Mexican. What the hell's wrong with me? Of the Jamaican flag, the Marcus Garvey flag. The green represents the land, the natural resources. The black represents the people. The gold represents the sunshine. How Martin Luther King was for the people in America, in the United States. And then we have Marcus Garvey, who is a pioneer, a stample in Jamaican culture, And of course, he did with the performance. Here go Rich. I'm half Jamaican. There's some things I didn't even know. You have Jamaican Rich? I didn't even know that. So we're talking about how Safari grew up. He grew up going back and forth between Jamaica and New York. They had the food. And everybody's having a good time. They're flying some kites. The kite's supposed to represent the resurrection of Jesus Christ. I'm like, that's nice. Let's go fly a kite. So Sin and Jonathan, they're back in their room. I don't know. John is spraying some type of sage or air spray to get the bad juju out. Sin's on the phone either to call an Uber or to call a flight. I have no idea. And he's still battling of wanting to stay and wanting to go. He's like, a big part of me wants to leave, but a little part of me wants to stay. And he says, I'm realizing that I don't have to hang out with people I'm at odds with. I can hang out with the people who wants me around, who enjoys my company. And now he also is on that point of staying because he did invite Stevie J. He wanted to still be present when he arrived because, of course, it was his idea to bring him along. So everybody's having a good time. They're eating. Rich and Peter are so disappointed in Cisco because they're wondering what we're going to do about him. Have you spoken to him? Not since last night. I don't know what else to say to him. So, of course, I believe Cisco was pretty much borderline tipsy, almost drunk. He walks up to Rich, he's like, what's up? Rich hits the cup down. He says, no more drinking. He says, what? What's going on? Like, listen, I've known Cisco for 20 years, and I can tell when he's spiraling, he's on that sauce, he gets into a dark place. And right now, the fact that he's drinking so soon, he's in that dark space right now, okay? And we're trying to fix it. Cisco always is like a lost kid, don't know what the hell's going on. And he's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? That's the problem. You don't know what's going on. That's the problem. You're not freaking here. What is the matter with you? So again, Shekinah's still complaining and being a fucking prude about what happened last night with the sex games and everything. Like, that's some freaky shit. I don't know what the fuck to do with that. I don't know what the hell. Y'all got my nerves bad. You got the ex bitch and this and that. I'm just like, oh my gosh, Shekinah, shut the fuck up. Like, she's such a fucking she says funny shit, but then she just speaks. I'm like, who the hell asks for your opinion? Brooke got me. She said she kind of needs some dick. Some good vitamin D. She wants some company, and if she got her back blown out, she'd be a totally different person. I am here for that. I don't know. She kind of definitely has a block when it comes to dating and sex. Like, I remember, was it the last season or the season before that, when all the women went to the the ski lounge? And of course, she kind of talks about her past pain of dealing with men, but yet she still be just talking shit about all the other men. And Carly was like, you know what, girl? And of course, Carly is the queen of sex toys. She brings her dildo slams on tables. She said, girl, suck on this. Suck on this or sit on it, because you are so wound up and tight, you need some loosening. You need something to break you loose. Harry, come on. Because, ooh, child, I swear. I'm like, oh my God, okay. So, while Erica's trying to figure out, Erica said, I'm making the best of everything. That's all I can do. Here go Bobby. What the fuck y'all going over here? She kind of, what the fuck you want, Pinky? What the fuck you want, Pinky, to have me dead? That was so funny. So, yeah, I'm sure nobody else don't know, but what the fuck happened last night? Because I know you was saucy yesterday. This is what Richard said, Cisco. What the fuck happened last night? I know you want that sauce. What's up? I mean, the night got away from me. I don't know. What the mean you don't know? You chose the wrong place and wrong time again. Dude, that's the issue. I mean, it's just awkward energy. No, you're the one exhibiting awkward energy of calling people out to have a conversation at the wrong time. Last night was sin, was the wrong time. Can you come up with a different way? This is not, oh my God, Cisco, what's up with your brain? Because obviously he's still worried about what sin thinks of him. I mean, I know I messed up, and I can't believe I did that, but I know sin's mad at me. I just got to make it right. I just got to make it right. Dude, who are you on a timeline or something? Because you need to understand what another person is at. And right now, this is not the right time for you to have this conversation. This has been your MO this entire time. Like, you were just, ooh, something going on in your brain. Like, what's up? How many more bad nights are we going to have? There hasn't been nothing that you have an issue with that's been resolved. It has been you coming off crazy. You coming out crazy, speaking about weird shit that doesn't even matter what the main problem is at hand. What's the matter with you? So Safari, everybody has a conversation around no wait. Yeah, Shekinah's having a conversation about it on the sand because she wants to have a bonfire of a cleansing routine. Everybody needs to come release some energy. Erica said, heal yourself first, bitch. And she said, look at this big wicked bitch in New York. And Erica joyfully jumps on Shekinah. I'm like, ooh, all that heavy ass and all on Shekinah's stone, like just wrapped up like a mummy, just stuffed ass. I said, Sapphira, get the fuck off me. I don't like you like that. And she said, I don't know why I argue with you sometimes. She said, because you love me. I mean, I do, but I don't like it like that. I don't like girls. Why not? I swear to God. Shekinah, what's up with your brain? She's always said that. So like I said, we're going to have a healing ceremony. We're going to talk about forgiveness. I'm going to try to forgive Freddy Krueger, a.k.a. Peter. And, yeah, we're talking about Peter, and then we're going to move on from there. So, as far as everybody getting to know Jamaican culture, there have been some phrases that Safari put him up on game, and he performs. You know, we got the reggaeton music on. Yo-Yo gives Safari his props. He said, okay, Safari, I see you. He's got good energy. He's a great performer. I see why everybody likes him. So everybody arrives back to the hotel, and we see Weasel face ass Stevie J. If I did it right. We see Weasel face Stevie J in the pool. Obviously, he said, you know, I'm back. You know, I wouldn't miss this for the world. And obviously, everybody is familiar with him. It's good to see him. And he knows. Y'all know what's going on between me and my wife. You know, it's been on social media and everything, but divorces and relations go up and down. We all know what's going to make it work. And Mimi said whenever she sees him, it's always a good camaraderie, but that's it. It'd be good for a moment, then it just switches up. And he always talks about Daddy lives in the castle. She said, no, no, don't sway her with fairy tale ideas. Let her know the real. Let her know reality. Let her know how we live. Please, don't just keep on trying to put him in the land of milk and cookies. Don't do that. Oh, also, before I finish, congratulations to Mimi and Ty Young. She got engaged again. I love that. I believe she's happy. This is the second time that Ty has proposed to her, and I believe she is really happy, and I hope they make it down the aisle because I love Ty and Mimi together. I love them. So congratulations to you, Mimi. You got your girl. Don't lose her. Okay, so oh, right. Now that Stevie J has arrived, he obviously sees some people he knows and some people he might not be in a good place with. Erica Mena. On their season Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Erica had and Safari, they had not Safari. Erica and Stevie, they had an issue. They said some things back and forth, but right now Stevie wants to be on some let bygones be bygones. How you doing? How are you? How's the baby? I'm good. Happy to see you. Happy to see you. That's it. So now he's in the hot seat to apologize to Mimi. Everybody, Bobby, Shekinah is reminding him, you gonna apologize to her for the shit you put her through? He said, I'm gonna get there. Did not expect for the peanut gallery to make sure he was put to task, right? So it flashes back. It flashes back to that infamous scene that Mimi gave us with what happened between him and Jocelyn, and Mimi was there to witness it all and her heartbreak. You hurt me to the core. And he apologizes. He apologizes for everything that he did and the way he did. Now, Mimi heard it all before. She's heard it all before. Right now, I need a follow-up. Actions speak louder than your words. I've heard it. Listen, this is Mimi, who's been with him for over 15 years. She's been with him, listened to him, loved him, taken him back, forgave him, she's been through all of it. Right now, she's not with him that way, but the fact is he is still behaving the way that he is when he was with her. And now she has a daughter that I need you to be more consistent. I need you to follow up with your words. Don't just tell me something, do it, show up. And it's no surprise that... Oh, right. Okay, so Jonathan comes in because he knows he was so close to leaving, but he sees Stevie J. So it's a fun opportunity to just come back and have a good time. And he wants to continue on this journey because he's excited when his event comes up, and that can really show everybody how he is and know who I really am. I am not this person that Erica says I am, nor Zell. I'm not that, you know what I'm saying? And I am not going to let someone accuse me of something that I'm not, and that's going to be my reason to leave. No. I'm going to stand there and show them who I am and let nobody else tell me I'm not going to do it. So Bobby talks to Zell and says, you think you need to have a conversation? For what? I thought Zell and Jonathan had that conversation. I thought they squashed that shit. I thought there was no issue. He said, why? I mean, there's so much tension. Zell said, I'm tired of talking about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand Jonathan. I understand he's been through a lot, but it's always a story and an excuse for him. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, when Jonathan, when you're in an issue with Jonathan, he always has to come out with something that's a more sadder story or a more better story about how he grew up. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like that's a defense mechanism of how he grew up. But at the end of the day, I'm done. I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what, Zell, you make a great point, because out of all the people that has issues to work on, I feel like while Jonathan, your point was definitely valid and needed a conversation, I don't want you to carry this on the remainder of this process. We only got a few days left. So I wouldn't want you to constantly be talking about this. And Zell made a point. When you are in something, when you are combating with Zell, with Jonathan, you're trying to tell him about your experience, but he wants to trump you with what he went through. And it's a much more better story. It's a much more sadder story. it's the dramatics of it all. He's been playing the violin all day. I ain't got time for it. I don't, and I'm with Zell all the way with that. I'm not. So, Night of Bonfire. She kind of tells her we do this around. We talk about, our issues and we let it go. We're healing, and I'm gonna start out with forgiveness. I'm going to forgive Freddy Krueger, aka Peter, for what you did with Tyron and Mina. I'm going to forgive you for that. Also, I know that I might in need of some forgiveness because my thoughts and my way must have hurt everybody because I do speak my mind. So let me have it. Peter offers his apologies. We both said some things. My apologies. And she said, I am sorry, Peter. She calls him by his actual name. She goes to Safari. She said, listen, I thought you was a sweet guy, but you an asshole. And now Erica, I thought she was a nice girl. She's an asshole too, but I don't know what the hell's going on with both of y'all. Either way, I fucking love y'all. I'm happy for y'all. I love you forever. Wherever you want to be, I love you. Then she goes to Cisco. I don't like you. I don't like you and I don't think I ever will like you. Because first of all, you getting your feelings because a woman ain't giving you no pussy. You take a song. First of all, that's fucked up because it's the money at the end of the day. We ain't gonna do that. And then Cisco says, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. So of course, Sin's like, okay, so what the fuck did happen, Cisco? What happened? Crickets. He not gonna say nothing. Moving on. Zell offered up an apology to Mimi. Because Mimi was the one that gave him his first opportunity. He used to style Mimi back in the day. And when he started to move up and he wanted his turn to shine, he styled a couple of girls. Mimi went to her Instagram page and shaded the girl that he styled, and he let it all out. He said every shade that he think of towards Mimi, even though he grew up with Mimi by saying, I thought you as my big sister and I thought we can throw fun shade, but when you shaded the girl that I styled, I got in my feelings and I unleashed everything on you, and I said some really disrespectful shit, and I am truly sorry because you were there for me. And I appreciate everything that you did. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And he starts to cry. He said I was homeless and you were right there by my side. She gets up and gives him a hug. And I didn't even know. I mean, now that, it's not a surprise for me, because Mimi knows a lot of people in the industry and everybody else. It is not surprising for me. But hearing that she was the one that gave Zell his shot, now I see how it was when he hopped off from Mimi, went to Masika, now working for Malaysia, and he's still, doing what he needs to do. But it's just coming off very leechy. But now he understands that I fucked up and I need to be thankful for how I got here. I love that. I love that. So, Sin, she steps up and talks about how I apologize to everybody for my energy. Last night, I just came from a triggering moment with Cisco, and I was not in the mood to talk about things. And right now, I'm not trying to be negative towards anybody. And I don't want y'all to believe that I'm not trying to be here and have a good time and also give through my things. So, of course, while Sin is opening up about how she feels, here come Erica walks up. Rude. She kind of said, first of all, you need to leave. You need to leave. You need to go. He said, what? You come to my shit an hour late? That's not cool. I mean, come on now. Stop. She said, listen, first of all, she kind of apologized to Sin about how rude it was for Erica to come in while you were talking. That's not right. And, of course, Sin sits down. He said, I'm done. I'm done with the speech, but I'm not done. And Brooke was like, now I'll never know what Sin was going to say because Erica pops in, making it all about her. And now we're still back at ground zero. We're wondering what the hell Sin's thinking. And right now, the next task, everybody writes down what they want to manifest, what they want things to be in their life, what better things, what future they see themselves. And they're going to put it in the fire. And it's going to bring it out to the atmosphere, bring it to the universe. Yep. So, Shekinah manifestation is to have a love for the world, not for the love for herself. Bobby wants happiness. Cisco wants his kids back. Kimbella wants everlasting peace. Zell wants a wife and kids. That's something that's always been a dream of his because he wants to leave a legacy behind. Peter wants long life and good health for everybody. More love. Booby talks about how he wants to get back to his community in Houston. He wants to pretty much carry a torch of what Nipsey Hussle did for his. And he wants to give back. Give back. Want to be more than just a rapper, a ball player. I want to do more for that. Sin wants more compassion and healing and more understanding for everybody. Rich said he wishes for redemption and retrospect because everybody has redeemable qualities. And considering we only have a few days left, let's make the best of this. So she kind of feels like, so this is such a nice moment for everybody. Let's just open up everybody. Let's open up the gates. Erica and Sin, come on. Y'all hash this out. This is, come on. Y'all making this more than what it was. Erica, I don't got nothing to say because she's in her confessional saying, I am not going to apologize to Sin without really saying what I have to apologize for. Other than that, she ain't getting shit from me. I'm like, damn, Erica, you know you made the fake page. You know you did. Just come out and be honest about it. Come on. Why are you still trying to be in this negative space? Well, because Sin is thriving? I have no idea. Are you that jealous of Sin? I have no idea. What is going on? What is going on? Because you're kind of trying to let them know this needs to be done because there are much bigger things happening in this world for us to worry about than this shit. If something was to happen to Sin, you wouldn't like it. If something was to happen to Erica, you wouldn't like it. So come on, let's focus on this. She said, "Not right now. I'm good. I got nothing to say. I'm good." Excuse me. She says, "At the end of the day, I don't want to fuck." Sin said, "I don't want to fuck with her. I don't. It's not that I don't like her. I just don't fuck with her. But I don't know whatever issue she has to deal with me. And like Erica said, she doesn't feel like she has to apologize for things unless she feels like it. Like she said, she will apologize for things that she has apologized. That she will apologize for the things she has done to Sin, but not for the page because she feels the page were made about the blogs. But everybody has a good night. They say we leave. See y'all. Good night. And that was the end of the episode. Next episode, we're gonna be right back into the saga of Eric and Safari. And y'all can't wait to see that. But that's it, you guys. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.